Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Pam's HarvestCraft. I am in this little cramped room at the moment because I'm putting away all of my battle gear because we're going to do some building today. We're not going to talk about things that happened in the nether. Oh my gosh, we're very close to my face here. Can you tell I'm enjoying using the zoom button? But what we are going to do instead is a bit of building, and I'm going to talk you guys through some of the things that are happening down in the dock area. I've been fiddling around a bit with Optifine, and I think I'm happy with the leaves as the way they are now, and I've even turned the clouds on. Isn't that nice? Clouds in the sky. Now, what I've done over here since last episode is I've actually decorated the interior for once of one of the buildings. So this now actually has like a nice little seating area. I quite like the way the acacia looks as a table against the dark oak. It's got like a nice contrast to it. And then up here, I've got kind of like the sales area, but with like a few tables and chairs. And I'm going to eventually put up some item frames and things. We need to kind of sort out the item frame situation. I need more item frames and a door. I've also got this area over here just in case, you know, people want to come and eat outside. We've got this. I might put some kind of awning over it, but I quite like it open like this, and there's like even a little fence over here so you can have a look at the dock area, which I obviously stole from there because we're going to take that down today. You can come down here, and I've started work on what I want to be the dock. So it's going to have a short pier here and then a slightly longer pier over here, and then I'm probably going to fill that area with things like chests, of which I don't have any. I don't know, I was going to show you an example, but I don't have any. Yeah, so chests and barrels and what have you, and just kind of make this place look as if it's being used, you know, put like a lot of stuff everywhere. Now, what we're actually going to be working on today, if we come over here, is this is going to be where the fishing farm is actually going to move to. So I'm going to take that down and actually put it up here and sort of hide it a little bit more. So this is going to be kind of like a fish shop, I guess. So I might put like an awning on it and have like fish for sale out the front, and then actually that is where we do the fishing. And then this over here, I might actually bring it closer to this and not have like an alleyway here. It's going to be a greengrocer, so where the people sell the vegetables, which obviously they get from the farm down there. And I don't know what this is yet, but we'll figure that out together. So I think we're going to get right into it, guys. I'm going to gather some resources and let's get building. I've made a start on this, and I'm quite liking the way it's looking so far. I'm actually doing something a little bit different with this build and making it look a little bit rougher. So I'm actually using gravel as part of it, which is interesting to build with because you have to remember it falls down. And I've started out like a little kind of table at the front here where we're going to display some fishy things. And I'm basically just going to build the walls up. I think I'm going to have it pretty plain looking, like there's not going to be very many spaces for like windows and stuff, because sometimes you want it to kind of just, you know, be a blank canvas for you to do stuff with. Or, you know, I might decide to like put walls in later. It's like just one of those things. We're just gonna kind of ruin up the wall like this a bit. So that's kind of the general idea, and actually I might punch this through because I was thinking about this alleyway, and I think it might be quite cool actually to have a ladder going down into the dock area here, so it's like kind of a bit of a scummy alleyway but you can get to like the docks, you know, for the people here, so they can like lift things up to the shop and stuff. So this is where they come out, and maybe I'll have some like barrels and stuff, and maybe some like, I don't know, trash cans or something in here to make it look kind of more like an alleyway. Now the upper part, and don't hate on me for this guys, but we are actually going to be using diorite to make it look like it's plaster that has really suffered over the years. So I'm going to build that bit, and I promise you it'll look good, okay? See, just a little bit, not too much, and it has that look of kind of like ruined plaster. What I'm going to work on now actually is I'm going to leave this section here because I'm not quite sure how much diorite I actually want to put on that. We might mix in a few bone blocks, maybe. I should have loads of those somewhere. But what I'm going to do for the roof is I've really been enjoying using wool for the roofs because, you know, number one, it's cheap, and number two, it actually has quite a nice texture to it, like this dark stuff up here, because you can't see it that much from down below, so it doesn't kind of mess with anything. And sometimes I like to add in a few other things like that just to kind of like mix up the textures. Now for this one, we are going to have to leave a hole in the roof somewhere, because that's kind of the way that you can get good efficiency from the fishing farm, is it has to have access to the sky, so that it can, if it rains, you do get like better rates on your fishing and stuff. I suppose it doesn't matter that much because I've already got like a lot of the things that I need from it. What I really need actually is another mending book, because this poor Can You Dig It is getting really low. I did try getting one, but it just didn't work. It is all about the luck, really. It's all about the luck. What's a real shame is that they nerfed it for like 1.16, so I can't get my lovely fishing farm. I just have to do it the old-fashioned way. Although I suppose one thing that we do really need here, actually, that I haven't got yet is like some villagers. Oh, what a nice view. Look at that. Let's just take a moment to appreciate like all the wonderful things that are here in this lovely little village, town, city, whatever it is. It's beautiful anyway. As I say, it might be time to start thinking about villager trading, because there are just some things that you can get from villagers that like are a bit of annoying to get from anywhere else. You know, the fishing farm has kind of served its purpose. Hey, none of that, none of that. Right, I've just done one side so that we can step back and actually have a look at it and see how we're doing. Oh yeah, that looks good, apart from where I misplaced one up there. I don't think it needs a chimney, just because the house next to it already has a chimney, and that like adds to that feeling of movement. But I'm definitely thinking about putting some kind of crane back here. I almost killed myself then. Yeah, some kind of crane, so it looks as if they're lifting up kind of like barrels of fish and stuff into this. I think that will add like a nice little detail, and then they have like the ladder down there. So I'm going to finish this off and then we will see where we're at. I think it's good, but where the kind of wooden bits that I put in to put up the roof is, I might need to travel the diorite all the way up, but otherwise that's pretty much done. I've done a little bit of the interior as well, not very much, but I whacked a ladder in, so we've got that. I like this effect actually because it makes it look like a beamed roof. So there's like oak half slabs and then like an oak beam, and then when you come upstairs you've got this kind of patterned floor, and just kind of like a little bit of ceiling detail. But this is where the fishing machine is going to go, and in order to do that we're going to need to go and dismantle it. And I thought that might be a good time to talk to you guys about some of my plans for the future. So obviously I never intended this series to go on forever. You know, this is actually like meant to be like a finite series, and obviously I imagine some people are a little bit concerned that it's going to end very soon, because obviously I've started on a server now. You know, the nether incident that we're not going to talk about. But Pam's HarvestCraft, you know, once I've kind of finished this town, I think that's kind of going to be it for me. But what I was thinking of doing, because, you know, a lot of people have enjoyed it, is actually offering it as a world download so that you guys can actually play here yourself, and you know, either with or without Pam's HarvestCraft, up to you really. This world works absolutely fine, you know, without it. I actually have tried it without, and all that happens basically is all the trees like lose their fruit and stuff, and you don't get any of the extra crops, and it's still perfectly nice. But yeah, I just kind of think, I'm thinking probably about 25 episodes. What are we on now? Episode 18 or 19? So not too much longer, but I am hoping that I'll be finished this all then. And as always, like, you know, guys, I like having your input about what you'd like to see. But that's not the end of me playing, you know, the mod Pam's HarvestCraft, but that's kind of all I'm going to say at this point. It is going to be the end of this world, however, which is a shame because I do enjoy this place. But, you know, I enjoy things when they have a beginning and an ending, and I think that's healthy. It's healthy to have things come to a closure, so I hope you guys will look forward to playing in this city. Well, the fishing farm is now gone, and in its place we now have this rather fancy crane, which is lifting up some boxes. I really love this little trick where you've got like a loom facing backwards and it kind of looks a bit like a crate, which is really cool. I've started working on kind of the dock down here as well, and I planted another large spruce tree so that I'd get some podzol, because I think it looks kind of like dead dirt, so it's all underneath there as well, to make it look like obviously there's no sunlight down there, so the grass isn't going to grow. Now, as you can see up here, guys, I've started the next building, but what I will show you first, if we pop inside the fish shop, it has got a little fishy counter, which is actually full of fish and, like, you know, your tropical exotic fish. And if we go up here, you can probably see the water dripping. Here is the actual fishing machine all ready to go. I haven't tested it yet, but I'm pretty sure that I put it back the way it's supposed to be. And just before it gets to night time, I will show you guys really quickly. This is going to be the greengrocer shop, but I've decided to do the roof a little bit differently on this one. So it's only a half slab one, almost like it's like a temporary building that was never meant to stay and just ended up staying. So it adds a little bit of variation to this area. What I'm going to do actually is stick, I think, that should, yeah, like that down the middle. So it's got like a beam down the middle kind of supporting it. And then I'm going to have the roof. Yeah, that looks good. All right, I'm going to sleep, guys, and then I'm going to finish off the roof and we'll see what it looks like. Okay guys, since the last time you saw me, I decided to do a little bit of fishing in between clips, and look how many levels I've got. But also, even better than that, if we just pop this away, have a look in the bottom chest here. Dun 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 dun! I finally got the Mending Book for my poor Can You Dig It, so we can actually use that to get ourselves in a good situation. I'm going to put this one in here. And what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to finish off the green grocer that's down here. I did a little bit of work on it. I've also done a bit of work on other areas as well, which we'll have a look at in a minute. But I basically put like a lot of scaffolding around because I think they kind of look like tables that you would, you know, like the temporary ones that you kind of pop up in places. And I quite like that look. And what I'm actually going to do is, rather than putting in walls and things on this place, I've kind of done this here a little bit like in the sweet shop, so that we can stick item frames on it and have it like a display shelf. But the rest of the walls I'm actually going to do as barrels, and I'm just going to see if I can get them to face this way. This is why I love these, because you can walk into them. Yeah, I like that. It's going to be interesting to see what it looks like on the outside though. So we're going to have this coming all the way along to here, and then I want to have, let's just put that in there for now, because this is going to be like a double doorway. Maybe we should even have them going up on the door here. Let's try these for now. Yeah, I think that's better actually. We don't want to overdo it completely with the barrels, but I actually am going to put them all on the back here. And I think, oops, not like that. That's better. Right, I like that. Let's have a look at it from the outside and see what it looks like. Oh yeah, that's interesting actually. That gives it kind of like that sort of temporary feeling, like it was kind of just like thrown together. I might put windows here, but then leave this bit open so I can have some items on display here so that you can kind of like see into the shop. Or maybe I could leave this open actually, like the green grocer would be stood here kind of like serving people out the window. I don't know, I'll have a think about that, and then maybe just have like some temporary doors just there. No, I think that's looking pretty good. Now, speaking about other things I'm working on, I've kind of put this here because I want to do another custom tree, probably with some fruits on it. So that's kind of like a placeholder for the moment. And the other things I've been working on is kind of this alleyway here now has like a nice little fence so you can overlook this area. Oh, I left my horse over there. But I'm thinking I need to do something with this island here just to make it look a little bit nicer to look at. And the other thing that I've done is I've added, well, a bit of lighting, but also like this kind of here to make it look a bit more industrial back here with the ladder going down. And actually if we pop down here, one of the other things I've done is I've started to bring this wall around so that this is more kind of safe and enclosed, just stops like monsters and stuff from getting in. And I'm probably going to do the same thing over here as well and have this wall coming around and just kind of enclosing this a little bit more so that we're nice and safe. Now, earlier on in the episode, guys, I mentioned that I was thinking about getting villagers over here, and I thought to myself, actually, that's a really good idea. Why don't we get some villagers over here for the rest of the episode, and I guess kind of put them in boats and stuff so they don't wander off and die. But yeah, this should, I'm sure this will be easy. I'm sure this will be easy. I've come over to this village because it's the closest one to town, and I started laying down some rails and things. Now, I put a bunch of iron and gold in furnaces back at my base, and, you know, I'm pretty quickly realizing that there's not a chance I'm going to have enough rail, even with all of that smelting, to, like, take these guys back to my base. It's just, like, it's just too far away, and, like, I'm having to kind of go round corners and stuff. But you'll see, guys, that inside my inventory I have a lot of boats because I realize what I do have in abundance between here and my base is a whole stretch of swamp, which actually goes all the way through, or at least it does now because I've kind of broken some of it as I was scouting round, and that should get us quite a few villagers. Oh, I also broke some soggy gardens as I was going, so I have some grapes now and some rice, which is just always good. So let's see if we can get these guys into boats. Right, so the trick is to get them on whilst you're still on land, and then very slowly navigate yourself over to the water. Right, mate. Oh gosh, we are going to do this together. You're going to come and live in a beautiful new city, a great urban environment that, you know, it's great real estate. I'm absolutely stuck here. We can do this. We can do this. All right, we've done it. sailing on the open sea, my friend. You are going to come to a new home that you are going to enjoy, I promise you. Well, I hope those don't still break the boat. Right, there is actually a witch's house over here, so we're going to have to be a bit careful as we're going around. What should we call you, my friend? I'll name you after one of my subscribers. That'll be quite fun. Comment down below, guys, if you'd like to have a villager named after you. Right, now this is the precarious bit because I made a little hole just here. I'm collecting a lot of lily pads on the way today. Please don't break. I hate boats. There we go. Take us through to victory! This swamp is a nice area, actually. This is where a lot of the Pam's HarvestCraft trees are, so it looks quite nice around here. Oh yeah, look, there's Baba Yaga's house. We've done it. We're on the home stretch. Now I've just got to figure out how to get you into the village without you dying. Right, I've built them a rail to bring them from Baba Yaga's house over to here, so let's give it a test and make sure that it is working. It does help if it's actually on the rail. Right, test commencing. Whee! Oh, it's like the Bayou ride at Disney World. I don't know if that's a thing anymore. That might have just been when I was a kid. Woo! I love these rail things. We definitely should use rails more in Minecraft, even though they're like very expensive. I think we're good. I haven't hit my head on anything and all the rails seem to be on. Woo! Right, guys, your turn. Right, in the rail. Into the rail. In you go. Bye! Right, let's get the other one in before he wanders off too far. Come on. Down you go. Into the rail. I wonder if I can catch him going past. Let's send the rail up. See if we can get him. Nope. Fail. Get in the minecart. Yes. Alright, that's somewhat successful. Let's see if we can get you actually onto the track. Right, my friend, it's your turn. Enjoy the ride. Woo! Let's see if we can follow him. He picked up those seeds. I think we just need 2 villagers. As long as these guys survive, we should be able to feed them and give them beds and stuff, and they'll make babies. They will make the babies. Alright! And you've decided to become a fisherman because there's barrels everywhere. Very nice. Great job. Right, I can put this door back now and the pressure plate, and it looks like we've got ourselves some friends at last. Thought we'd finish off the episode today by making some fishy kind of recipes to go in the fish and chip shop, but there's just a little small problem with that. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I quite like playing with the mod Just Enough Items to kind of show me like what like the recipes and stuff are in Pam's HarvestCraft. And recently I decided that I needed to move the mods all back to multi-MC because I find it a lot easier to have multiple instances of Minecraft. It's a useful little tool, you know. But guess who forgot to install Just Enough Items? Where's the wall of items and the recipes? They're not there because I forgot. Ah, that's much better. Right, let's make ourselves some fish and chips, shall we? Now, let's have a look. I just type in fish. Ooh, yeah, sorry, that's the food extended. I like got a little update from Pam, but we won't make that one today because I'm gonna wait until it's all finished. So let's see. Ooh, look, we've got fish sticks. So I need ground fish and flour. Okay, ground fish, I think I know how to make. It's just... I love that it's like the Guardian eye. So just the grinders. Okay, ground fish. Fish jerky. Alright, yeah, okay, we'll have some of that. Fish jerky. Basic fish sandwich. Yep, we should be able to do that. And maybe just some cooked toefish might be quite nice to have as well. I think fish and chips is I need the fries. Okay, right, let's get all the stuff together. Right, ground fish, and then it's the bakeware and flour. Ground fish, bakeware, flour. Awesome. 4 little fish stickies. Right, let's see if we can make some fish jerky. Oh, I actually have run out of fish. Make sure you have enough fish. We're going to use cod because that's like my preference for a fish and chip shop. I always have cod. What am I trying to make? I was wondering why this wasn't working, and it's because I've put sugar instead of salt. There we go. A bit of fish jerky. Whoopsie. Right, now I think I've got everything I need to make the fish sandwich. So you need some kind of like sauce, bread, and there it is. Basic fish sandwich. Oh, that looks good. I love a fish sandwich. I always used to get that from Mackie D's. Right, what have we got left? Fish and chips. So we just need some fries. And I think I do have cooking oil, so that shouldn't be too difficult. Alright, fries. And then what we want is to do the fish and chips. I'm going to need flour. Oh yes. Right, I'm gonna go and stock up. Okay, here we go guys. Let's have a bit of fish jerky for sale. A bit of the old fish sticks. We want some fish and chips. I probably should put like chips on sale as well in here. I should have made some more. Never mind. We will have basic fish sandwich. Oh, and of course we've got to have a vegan option as well. And there we have it. I'm just going to put all of the extras up here so that we've got like a nice stock of stuff. Oh, that looks much nicer with all the items on display there. That is super cool. I've also pretty much finished the fish shop. I actually added an iron door because I think it quite looks as if it's like refrigerated on the inside. There's something about iron doors that like makes me think of refrigeration. And I've added all of these item frames showing what fish is on sale, and you can come out this door here. Nice little refrigeration door. And then if we go around to the greengrocer, I've started to add the item frames, but what I actually need to do is bring over some, you know, groceries and actually put them in here like as if they're for sale. So that'll be pretty nice. But I'm afraid that's all we've got time for today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed finishing off kind of this row of houses, and in between episodes I'm going to kind of work on a few of the little details. And next time, I think we might work on a little park over in that corner there. So I look forward to the next one, guys. See you soon!